Hey, my name is Dr. Knott. This is Steve Jackson's Sorcery Part 3, and today, look at what we're at. We're at this bridge tower that doesn't work anymore. And as you can tell from my last episode, at least the title of the last episode, I am sick of dying. So sick of it. So, beneath the bridge. Let's go. And hopefully we don't step on a nail and get tetanus and die. The trees are thinner, replaced by climbing weeds and shrubs that grow in and around the broken stones of the bridge. You make your way to a point where the path splits. You crane your neck back to look at the stone pillar. It is made of bricks, each one a normal size, but thousands upon thousands in number. They climb up into the air in a stack no wider than a tree, but 3 times taller than the tallest in the forest. Let's look higher. Then, almost beyond what you can see, the stone begins to form a curve, branching into the beginning of an arch. But the rest of the arch is crumbled into ruin, and this single leg is all that remains. The pillar might be climbable, otherwise several paths lead into the trees. Shall we try? Let's see. Climb the pillar. This is asking to die. But let's see. I'm curious. This is asking to lose strength halfway up and fall to our deaths. Intrigued, you approach one of the You approach one of the brick pillars to see if it might be climbable. Indeed, the stones are worn and filled with pock-marked holes and finger grips. But you cannot seem to manage the climb up while holding your sword. You will have to unbuckle your blade if you want to climb up. Oh, okay. You unbuckle your weapons and leave them in a tidy pile at the foot of the pillar, covering them over with large leaves. Then you begin to climb. The going is tough, and once you start, you begin to understand quite how tall the stone pillar is. You have barely reached the forest canopy when you need to stop for breath, and at the same time, you are not even a third of the way to the top of the arch. I have a feeling this is not going to go well, but we're going to try it. You keep climbing. After 5 more minutes, your arms are aching with the effort, but you have an incredible view across the forest. It fills this basin, from the mountains in the east to those in the west. Its canopy so tightly self-entwined it is almost like a sea. The top of the bridge is still some distance above you. No worries, I'm invincible. Uh-oh. You climb even higher until your arms begin to scream with pain. You are so high up now that to drop would not simply be fatal. It would be enough to bury you 6 feet into the earth. Before your arms give out, you swing yourself into one of the bridge's levels to rest. Okay. This is a lower roadway, 1 layer down from the top of the bridge. Perhaps this was used for servants or goods trucks, when the road above was for nobles. At any rate, there seem to be no stairs or ramps to the higher level, but the view is incredible. You pause to admire the arches holding up the layer above. Graceful, giant stones stacked with unerring precision. Whoever built this must have been 3 times the size of the largest hill giant, and yet as dexterous as a weaver. Scratched into the stone you see a small insignia. The wind blasts through the arches for a moment, making a fluting, moaning sound. The emblem forms the shape of a jagged peak. You recognize it, of course, from your training. It is the jagged rocks of High Zaman, on which stands the fortress of the Archmage. These stones were set by Zaman magic, then. It is said the Archmage is old, but surely not so old as to have overseen this. Turning your eyes to the eastern mountains, you spy the end of the bridge, jutting a short way over the valley. And beyond it, you catch the flash of water, Lake Ilklala. Somehow, then, you must climb those summits if you mean to continue your journey. Looking down into the forest, you can make out the tower through the treetops to the southeast. Brass shines from its top. Looking southwest, you see a flash of fire through the trees, squirming and moving in a curious way. And to the northeast, you see curling smoke rising, as though from a chimney stack, though you cannot see a house. Alright, let's keep going. You look out at the side of the bridge for a handhold to the top, but can find nothing that looks safe enough. It seems this is as high as you will be able to climb. You swing yourself back off the bridge onto the pillar. Your arms are somewhat rested, but quickly start to burn once more. You will have to return quickly to the ground. Hopefully not too quick. Plop. Slowly, painstakingly, you make your way back down to retrieve your weapon. But when you uncover your hiding place, only your original Analan sword remains. The broadsword must have been stolen, but by whom? You search the nearby area frantically for any sign of the other blade, or of who might have taken it, but you find nothing. It is as though the ground has opened up and swallowed your weapon whole. There are several directions in which you could continue. Okay, so the thing is, let's walk through here. I need to find a way across those mountains, and I think I butchered the path we could have taken in the southeast. So I'm not sure what to do. You walk under the great ruined arch and away into the trees. So we're back into the forest. This was nothing for me. So I think I have to go back to this beacon and maybe, I don't know, maybe put this thing together. I might have to make this lap around here again. Okay. You walk on between the trees. The evening is drawing in. You must keep going, but your exertions have left you weak. Perhaps you should simply rest here for a few hours and regain some strength. Okay. You squat down and try to relax your body and mind. You feel a great peace. Night falls. You should try to find somewhere safe to sleep, especially after traveling all day without food. Time has come to continue your journey. So I'm thinking we probably should go back down to this instead of making a loop up around. Let's go back south again. Heyo, can we rest here or what? You follow what might be a path and might be an old river through the trees of the forest. The moon rises, filling the world with thin silver light. Silver light. You return to the shadow of the old stone bridge. The looming shadow of the bridge fills your vision. You pause when the path branches. Let's just stay here. You settle down in a hollow by the base of the towering, overgrown arch. It is good to have stone at your back. You will sleep soundly here. Putting down your pack by the roots of a tree, try to rest despite the strange noises that float across the landscape. You have not eaten yet today, but you have no rations to nourish yourself. How much do you want to bet that we wake up attacked by something? Here we go. Ready? You close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. You are unharmed here, and you do not dream. Wow. Hey. Not attacked. Alright. You changed to using the Anlan sword and found no new clues. During the past day, it's day 10. You pick up your pack and get to your feet once more. The morning sun makes the stones of the bridge shimmer slightly. Time to move on. Let's go south. You head away from the bridge and into the forest. South. Things rustle in the canopy all around. The early morning sun makes the air glow. Oversized cobwebs flutter in the breeze. That's nice. East. The path winds tortuously through the forest. The day is likely to be clear and will be hot once more. The water of the pool laps gently at the dirt shore. This ruins something. I can't remember what, but let's just swim. Whoa. Oh, that's us. I thought that was like a dragon or something. That's just us. Okay. Swim across the water and pull yourself up on the other shore. As the sun climbs towards its zenith, the winds pick up. You are now back at the foot of the tower. The door to the tower stands open. Yeah, this tower should be fine for us. You return to the tower and the tree. Time to move on. You climb quickly up the twisting wooden staircase. You emerge onto the walkway once more. In the top of this tower is another movable brass cylinder like the last one you saw, which was this one, set with a blue crystal. You touch the blue crystal and you begin to move upwards. Oh, right. Let's just stay here. Okay. Alright, plummet from the sky. Let's adjust the beam. I think we're gonna have to put it here. We're gonna have to make this hole, and we might have to climb up the damn thing again. Okay, it's all marshy, but there you go. You adjust the contraption around the tower, passing the strange glow across the land. Travel back to ground level. So let me actually, can I get out of here? Let me look. So I don't really like what's happening here, but... Like, it's not really catching over here, is it? So I wonder if I walk through here, if I can get up the thing. Okay, it looks better now. I don't know. Okay. Let us kind of go fast here, unless something happens. Your turn outside. Okay. Let's leave. Let's swim. Wait. Cross the pool that kind of is there? Hey. You splash through the water, but after a while it seems to dry up, leaving only dry rock. You make your way easily to the other side. In all directions, the forest has been replaced by marsh, except for here, a small bald plain of rock. It's a little way to the southeast, at least the stone tower still rises, though it is dwarfed by the violet mountains behind. So let's see if we can do this. Wind picks up as the evening draws on. It will be night soon. Suddenly, you hear a loud shouting and splashing from a group of reeds close at hand. God. Oh, God. You stand your ground as the voices approach. You soon recognize them as marsh goblins. They enter the clearing, panting hard as though running from something. You step forwards to greet them. Goblins. Greetings, I mean you no harm. The goblins stare at you, then at one another. It is clear they do not understand you. Goblins are arguing amongst themselves. One begins to push another hard in the shoulder. What are you running from? You continue. One goblin yabbers to another, perhaps asking a question. The argument continues. A taller goblin, a leader perhaps, strides over and knocks down the angry goblin. Let's just leave. You turn your back and begin to walk away. The goblins are surprised by this change in behavior, and one shouts something which sounds like a threat. Let's go! Oh, we didn't get very far. You keep running, but it seems your haste convinces the goblins that you are a threat, or perhaps they have stolen from them. Either way, they chase you down, scurrying more nimbly than you across the muddy ground, thanks to their long experience and webbed feet. One flanks you and drops down into front, teeth bared. There's no time for anything but your sword. You draw your sword and prepare to attack. Alright, I'm just gonna go kinda crazy. You fix the lead goblin with a cold stare and ready your grip on the blade, before rushing forwards for a full-on assault. The marsh goblin hisses, wet spittle, and goes for your throat with its sword. Your blow sends it spinning backwards. It shows its teeth and spits. Let's just go again. Oh, fudge. Then the marsh goblin lunges, launching for your neck with a vicious sweep. You rush forward, but you lose your balance in the mud. You stagger from the blow. It eyes you nervously. Fearful, you duck back across the bog, watching the marsh goblin closely. It tries to catch you a glancing blow, but you parry it. You are seriously injured. It adjusts its armor, possibly not even aware it is giving away its intention to defend itself. Okay, good. So now I'm just gonna wallop it. You stay low, but the marsh goblin copies you. You watch each other carefully. It checks over its shoulder. Kablam! Damn it! You present a fearsome aspect. You bring your sword up and slash for its neck. The marsh goblin skulks beside a clump of roots and wails in its gibberish tongue. The goblin is starting to gibber with fright. Oh my god, that would have killed me. I'm not gonna read that, I just want to attack. Go! I'm gonna end up with 1 stamina here. Oh, I would have died. I was gonna attack, but I was gonna die. Okay, here we go. I don't care if you defend. Defend yourself, you stupid goblin. That's what I thought. Down to 1 stamina. Okay, well I can't defend myself. So I have to win all of these. I'm gonna go for like a 4.5. Son of a bitch. Looks like it's gonna attack me. Let's go for 4.5 again. If I get hit at all, I'm dead. Okay. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna Well, I'm pretty sure we're dead. Okay. Holy moly. Okay. So let's go north. Nothing happened. The trees open up suddenly, replaced by a wide expanse of marsh. The sun lowers towards the horizon. Soon it will be dark. The swamp is broken by an enormous stone pillar like a giant's foot that strikes into the earth, here, and rises into the clouds overhead. You look up at the impressive pillar. Despite its incredible height, it seems to have been built by human hands. Indeed, there are a series of rungs in the stonework leading up. Oh, beautiful. Up the bridge. You clamber rung over rung up the side of the bridge. The rungs are firm and well set, so the climb is relatively straightforward, although you are careful not to look down. You quickly pass through the forest canopy, then several more minutes later, the top of the pillar is within reach. Well, look at that. You clamber up onto the top of the bridge. Below you, a thick marsh spreads north and south between the twin lines of mountains. Let's just keep going, I don't even care. The wind plucks at your cloak, time to move on. Yeah, look at us, jump over this broken part. Hey. You stride easily across the bridge, feeling like God of cloud cover, who walks the heavens as the day rolls by. It is a great pity whoever built this did not think to build a bridge all the way across Lake Ilklala. Throff's deep voice enters your mind. Do not be so confident, she warns you. You are a long way from the ground. Thanks for that. Darkness closes in. You need to rest, especially after so long walking with an empty belly. There are no handrails here. Sitting by the sheer drop at the edge of the road is a starving-looking man, with legs folded beneath him, and head bowed to the stone. He is perhaps asleep, or drunk, or dead. Kind of want to just keep going? You watch him for a moment. He is breathing. His head lolls a touch to one side, and then an eye half opens. Spare a coin, the man begs, sliding a palm. He perhaps does not have the energy to lift across the stone. Talk to him. What will you spend on it, you ask, noting his red-rimmed eyes and too-aged skin. That's my business, isn't it? He replies. I have to live, don't I? Alright, sure, fine. You hand him a gold coin with a nod. Use it wisely, you tell him. He nods. Thank you, stranger. You open your mouth, preparing to ask the man for information in return for your gold, but the words fail when the beggar holds your gold coin out over the side of the bridge and lets go. It twinkles as it sails out of sight. I'm not going to give him another. Let's just leave him. I don't know. The man does not seem to be upset by the loss. He is staring over the edge of the bridge as though looking for the coin. You leave the man and move on along the bridge. I'm not going to worry about that guy, mostly because I was hoping maybe if I gave him that, he'd be like, I'm a god, and now I give you special powers. And then if I don't give him anything, he's like, you failed my test. Off with your head, or something like that. But I'm not going to spend too much more gold on this silly man who probably is nothing more than a beggar and will throw all of my money over the edge. You reach the other side of the bridge. The moon crawls across the heavens like a dull pearl. From here, a set of chiseled steps is just visible in the darkness, leading downwards towards water. You feel cheered by the sight. You have crossed the horns of Ilklala. Now only the lake stands between you and the road to High Zaman. This is not a place to sleep, but still, you still have some way to travel before you are clear of the Baklands. Let's go. You make your way down the mountainside slowly, being careful with your footing on the scree. Stars are flooding the sky. The road down the slope passes a small stone house. The aged wooden door stands a crack ajar. Oh god. You peer inside the house. It is dark inside, but you can make out furniture coated by layers of dust. It seems that this place is no ruin, but has clearly been uninhabited for some time. Alright, Throff, protect me. The door creaks on its worn hinges as you push it open. The inside of the hut is simple, but as you saw, well kept. In the center of the room is a table with one wooden stool. And in one corner is a straw mattress cot. A cauldron sits in a hearth with a roasting spit above it. By the far wall is a sculling boat. I have no idea what that is. It is clear that the boat is an ornament, maybe like one of those in a bottle or something. I don't know. Or else the owner intended to repair it, but made no progress. It has several planks missing, no paint, and a woodworm has been burrowing constellations into its sides. But once it must have been a serviceable oracle. You peer into the cauldron, but if there was ever anything edible inside, it has long since turned to dust. The pot is quite empty. You peer under the table, looking for trapdoors or long-lost items, but there is nothing of interest there or here. You push the door to, and stretch out gratefully on the low cot. You have eaten nothing today, but there is nothing you can do to abate your hunger. You lie back and try to forget your troubles. You seem left alone here, and your night is untroubled by dreams. Perfect. Alright. Day 11 already, look at that. Lost a bit of gold, reached Lake Ilklala, I did. Walked on the ancient Blacklands Bridge and found no new clues. Alright. You get to your feet and stretch. Warm sunshine falls through the open south window of the house, making dust sparkle as it floats past. It is clear there is nothing here. You turn to go, and that is when you see the skeleton tied to the wall above the doorframe. I'm just sitting here with pursed lips. Ugh! You stare up at it. The figure must have been a big man once. It has wide leg bones, now strapped with leather through iron pins hammered into the stone, and his shoulders are broad and stocky, now attached to hooks that still bear the trace of blood. His empty skull hangs low, sockets staring at the floor. Aside from the gruesome nature, there is something very strange about it all. Let's see what spells we have available before I get myself cursed. Maybe our new god will be more helpful. I'm not gonna go big. What does that help with? What does that do for me? Hover in the air. No, 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 no. This is just zap. I'm not gonna zap it. Resurrect the dead. Oh! You take the vial of holy water from your pack and cast your spell. The water begins to shimmer and shine with an inner light. Then you toss the holy water at the hanging skeleton. After a moment, the spell takes effect, and the creature's head suddenly lifts up. The skull turns this way and that, and the arms tug at the restraints. Who are you? You call. The skeleton's head snaps around, as though searching for you. It tugs and pulls at its bonds once more, and its jaw flaps, but it seems unable to speak. Huh, that doesn't work, does it? I guess a skeleton without a tongue. So what else could I possibly do? Oh, yeah, probably doesn't have a mind to read, but that would have been helpful, I guess. No. I guess I'm gonna cancel it. Feeling sorry for the poor creature, you unbind the magic. Normally it would take a few more minutes to fade. The skeleton struggles and tugs, but it is clearly very dead, as the spell does not last long. After a few more rattles, it falls still. You leave the hut to continue your walk. Alright, we'll continue the walk next time. I am a little worried about this guy. And, yeah, I obviously can't just walk across the lake. So, or walk around the lake or across the lake. And we're gonna have to deal with this thing. And it would be nice, I probably would have to go all the way down here and shine this thing on this village, because it looks like it's pretty desolate now. Oh wait, there's one right there. Well, that would be helpful. So, alright, next time, we'll head north up here and see what we can do with this beacon, and then we'll deal with this thing probably in another episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Take care. Goodbye.